Here on day 3, the morning shift. Nothing like a nice, slow vacation breakfast, even as simple as buttered bread rolls. Oh, that sounds good right now. Oh, hey, Klaus. Hey, do you mind if I sit you with a minute? Sure. Sure, Klaus. I just want to check on you. I've been racking my brain over what happened the other day. Klaus seems really distressed. We're going to have that moment with someone I used to watch on TV. Takes him a while to speak, and if he doesn't say, no one quite to say. You know, 3 years ago when this whole thing started, I thought we were at the center of something big. Not as in money or vision or any of that. I remember when I first spotted what we call a monster. A whole new world opened up for us to explore. And just a short while later, we funneling dozens of adventures in these strange new places every day. Dangers be darned. I wasn't keen on this job. When the mayor offered it, I thought better me than someone else. I signed up for this. It wasn't your fault. I've been slipping. What happened to you was on my watch. On me. Well, I wouldn't have made it out without you. I'm glad you're alright, Lucia. I really am. The earthquake left quite a mess behind. More than they admit to the public. Except for Dorkenbergel. The dungeons are currently blocked off, but repairs are underway, and they won't let their golden goose limp for long. Thanks for hearing me out. I have something for you if you're staying. It's an old emergency pager, built to get a signal through the avalanche, even if it gets through the magical interference around here. You ever want to get out of a dungeon midway? Use this. I'll have someone get you back to the village immediately. So there's our first perk with the Colossus. It gives you an old emergency pager so you can exit dungeons at any time. Not bad. Yeah, because some of the dungeons can get really long at times. Believe me, they actually add a waypoint to save the game mid-progress. Come visit me down the tourist zone for some time. It'll be nice to see how you're doing. Okay, now we get to go back to Dorbrickel. I know, I basically butchered that name badly, I know. Back to the noonday of day 3. We're back on the mountainside to handle the crisp noon air. Oh yeah, I've been to that dungeon too. Well, to the entrance part, where the 3 doors. You have to cast the wrecking ball. I had to give up after that though. I forgot the time my shift was starting. Good thing I had one of those pagers that can get you out of a dungeon. Getting back up that ladder would have been a pickle. There's a miner's willow guarding the exit, right? Did you encounter her? Didn't you know that's what they called that monster? But yeah. Tough, huh? But yeah, tons of charms equipped to beat her. Ton of what? What's a charm? What? You don't know about charms? They're magic trinkets you can carry close to your heart, like in your backpack or in a fanny pack. Charms can give you different powers. I got one that creates a little explosion when I slay an enemy. But my favorites are these 2. Here, take them. I've got spares. You have perfect dodge and physical attack boost. Nice. So in this window, you can manage your equipped charms and equip new charms. Certain charms will basically take up slots, like 3 slots or 4 slots. So basically make sure, so you have 9 slots to begin with here. So we can select down here with the perfect slot down. We'll put that in there, and we'll put this one down right here. Cool. So there'll be a person later on that'll say, hey, give me some of these magical items, and they will shrink down a particular charm for you down to 1 slot only. So you can have powerful effects with very small usage out of it. So you can get more slots in and more stuff in. There are some people you talk to that will give you more charm slots if you basically increase their friendship with them. Some people make a whole science out of charms. Me? I just try out whatever feels like fun, or whatever gives my axe that extra oomph. She carries around an axe. Good to know. The optimistic one carries an axe. So you got a plan for which dungeon you're going to tackle today? You got any tips? You could be trying hiking up to the top of the mountain. The peak itself is very dangerous. Listen for that peak, though. There's this little labyrinth of mountain pines. There's a good one if you make it through that. The External Mountains, remember, if an encounter is too tough, you can always go somewhere else and come back later. They put out some signs to mark dangerous places, but I say go with your instinct. I'll be at Kittyland by the station. Stop by any time if you want some pointers. So yeah, now we've got a physical attack boost and a perfect dodge boost about. So this is what I came here for. Out here it feels like Veneta is a million miles away. I should go explore, find a dungeon, or find myself a scenic spot to tune out for the afternoon to go by. I can only ask Marina if I don't know where to go next. So yeah, we're back on the mountainside once again. Let's take a look at the map real quick here. Now she said about scenic points. There are scenic points that you can do around the map, such as maybe it'll be like a scenic spot. Depending on the map you choose, you can have a stat be increased by doing so. Yeah, you don't really have to go after a dungeon if you don't want to. Granted, it's not going to basically help you complete the game by skipping all these dungeons, but given the aspect and whatnot, you probably want to increase your stats. Maybe your health, magic, physical defense, or whatnot. Depending on the map you choose, you'll basically increase a stat that you really want to deal with. So bear that in mind. Just note that, if you choose to relax in a particular area, you don't get the dungeon for the day. So bear that in mind. So a scenic outlook port takes up a day. And again, that's like I said, we have this dungeon this guy's over here. This is probably a dangerous area because that's a guy we've already attacked with. We should be able to handle it, but I want to explore today. Try to collect everything that we can and whatnot. Because, it's time for us to explore. It's basically the last part of summer, start of fall. And we're going to basically explore to our heart's content. Because this allows us to find chests and whatnot. And heck, we want to basically explore as much as we can. Anything that we can do to get more money, more stuff, more everything, that's perfectly fine by me. Speaking of this, here we go. There's a little bit of a point of interest that we can increase health with. So let's talk to one of these. We don't have to activate this now, but we can do it now here. Looks like a perfect spot for rest of the afternoon and just enjoy the scenery. I can stay here tonight and do a dungeon today. It'll probably increase my relaxation, and the mountain air could increase my health. So yeah. So you don't get the dungeon clearing, but you do get basically the health bonus if you're on this area of the map. Oh, we got another enemy type. It's a level 1. These guys fly around and basically shoot fireballs at you, and there can be slight annoyances. Ow. That was rude. How dare you hit me like that? Ooh. Oh boy, he's got the firing attacks here. Come on. Yeah. Huzzah! Also, if you want to use magic here, you can. So you go like this. Put down this guy right there, and booyah! That was not technically the intended point, but you got the trick done. That's ow. Hey, buddy. Take a bomb to the face. That's what I say to you. But yeah, if you're out of magic, just hit your heavy attack and get your magic back. I think magic restores over time if you're out of combat, though, I think. But this place looks so beautiful. I mean, I know I haven't been outside of the United States at all in terms of trips or anything. So basically going to a mountainside, I've been on top of the mountains here in Utah, and they're just seeing the vast scenery just, expanse below you. And it's just like, it's just so surreal how small you really are compared to the world you're in, It just feels so... And if you're on top of the mountains and whatnot, it just makes you feel good, It makes you feel good. And that's something that's to be commended for. Just to go around, explore nature. You don't really have to fight anything. You can just go out, explore, go on hikes. I like going on hikes from time to time. And there's a lot of trailheads, Oh, there's a dungeon we can't get to. The shredding facility. Yeah, we ain't touching that dungeon anytime soon because the bridge is out thanks to that cursed... Thanks to that cursed earthquake, we can't get access to this place yet. Slight annoyance. Oh no, there was a rope bridge here. It seems like it's gone down during the earthquake. I was hoping to get to that dungeon today, but I don't know if that's possible at the moment. But we have this. Can you just pull yourself together? No. There's no gel or something to complete yourself with. It's kind of annoying, but all the same. Yeah, we're probably not going to get to a dungeon probably at this point in time for this episode. We're just going to basically explore the mountain as we see fit and get ourselves some exploration points. Because I want to explore the map as much as we can, because that's going to help us later on to, to fast travel to dungeons if we find one. So I want to find wherever we can right off the bat and fast and quick, just so that we can get ourselves familiar with the landscape, get ourselves around, and try to find a new dungeon or two, you know. Like if we go for the lake. Maybe there's something down at the lake. You never know. Let's see. The map's going to tell us that there is... That's the path. So we're going to have to take care of these fights right here. Let's tackle these guys down one tackle at a time. There's 2 dungeons in this particular region, but we can't get access to one apparently, because it's too dead heavy for us right now. Oh boy. Even the monsters get scared of the smashing attack. Come on now, you. Oh boy. And knock him down. Now, yeah, there's sometimes you can knock down enemies and do massive damage to them. So bear that in mind. Oh boy. Here we go like this. Bam! And you can do like that. So yeah, your magic skills can harm the enemies in battle. So use them if you can, if you want to use ranged attacks. If you destroy an enemy type, they will return after the next day. So actually come back to the map. So they're not going to be gone for good. So if you want to repeat fights and everything for grinding for materials and whatnot, you can do that too. But I feel like the game gives you so many materials you don't know what to do with. Likewise, here's another relaxation spot that we can use now. And again, you can go back to relaxation points and get extra health if you need to multiple times throughout the day. It's actually pretty nice to have. So here's our dungeon problem here. And boss enemies here. Yeah, those enemies over there, they're tougher. Basically level 3 tougher. And we're not ready for those guys just yet. So, we're going to go up this way. There's a beautiful lake up ahead. Just continue up these wooden stairs. Wooden stairs, you say, huh? I'll take that, thank you. Let's go up this way. This is our way to where we get to our next dungeon, too, so... No problem about that. Hey, as long as we can just relax. This is actually get to our third area that we can get to relaxation for. So we gotta bear that in mind. I do plan not to go to a dungeon almost every time, though. I would like to, you know, relax from time to time and get my health up. Because more often than not, the enemies in the dungeons are going to be overpowering at times. So having a bigger health pool is going to be gradually very more useful than normal. Essentially, the more health, the more ways you can survive a fight. And surviving a fight is the best thing for me right now. Let's go, attack you! Now these guys are level 2 enemies. Now all they have to do is more health, and that's about it for them. There we go. Let's see. Oh, there's something over here. There's a puzzle over here, as you can clearly see. Let's see. What can we do about that? If I hit you, what does you do? No, you don't click on anything. New fast travel point. This is the mountain lake. It's our next dungeon as well. Our next level 1 dungeon. I guess we could complete another dungeon. I don't think we'll have too much trouble. So pull this thing right here. We can pull these kind of gel type things out of the way. And you can only connect to these things if they have like a little connecting hole on them. So bear that in mind. Also, you need to be up a high enough ledge to actually handle it. Like I said, if you're on top of these things and trying to pull it, it won't work. Your weight's too heavy for your magic. Oh, we have a resonant body armor too. Let's take a look at that inventory real quick. So go to body armor. See right here. That is actually weaker because it's covered in goo. Now, claws is actually the one that actually deals with this type of goo thing. Yeah, goo stuff is kind of like stats will double if you reach 30 familiarity. You currently only have 20. So again, the stats will double if you have reached familiarity. If you're not too high enough in renown, you can't do it. But yeah, we can't use this yet. We could, but it would be weaker for us. So we need to get our, like I said, you have to get our renown up higher just to do it. Our familiarity up. So if we're familiar with ourselves with Thea again, that should increase our stats pretty darn well for it. So it means we have a familiarity we have to get a hold of too as well. So yeah. Let's walk around here a little bit. What do you guys say, good sir? Let's walk and enjoy nature for a few hours filled with peace. Hiking's amazing. You right? Hiking's awesome. I love hiking. I've told that before. I like hiking the mountains from time to time. I don't do it very often because I'm usually busy and everything, but on weekends I usually go out and hike somewhere. My feet are wet. Don't tell my parents. Well, it's not my fault you jumped in the water. I'm a tourist. I don't care. I'll tell your parents. I don't even know who your parents are. I'll just, you know, it'll just be like, you know, it's like, don't tell my parents. And they never tell you who your parents are. So you're just walking around yelling around the adventures. Some kids got their feet wet. You're just walking up. You kind of embarrass yourself by walking around the entire map for that. I'm like, what the heck? What does this do? Pull you out? Oh, you pull everything out. There you go. That's all it is. So yeah, I think we'll just relax for the day on this one, increase our health. Because again, the more health we have, the better. And really, honestly, we can just we can get attack. Since we got this fast travel point, we can come back to this dungeon anytime we wish. So let me check out. We got the fast travel. Yeah, we do. So we'll just relax our spot here at the scenery today, and we'll head back to the town and see if we can get some familiarity going. And we can come back to that dungeon eventually, next day. It's peaceful up here. Should have done this a long time ago. Nowhere to be. Nowhere needs anything. Nothing consequence going on. Just me, somewhere in the middle of the mountains, watching the afternoon go by. I feel so much lighter up here. Like the parts of me that never satisfy with myself just have gone quiet for a while, and I can be free. And I can just spend a few hours taking in the view, doing absolutely nothing. On to day 3 evening. Let's see here. You have a special eye. These stones are a pure Australian night sky. Thank you for them dearly. Pleasure, love. Lucia, over here. What's up? This is the friend you were talking about? You should meet Hannah. She runs a boutique smoothie down in the tourist info. It's mostly a magic workshop these days. Let me see your hands. Magic runs deep in your heart lines. You have a strong will. Good for you. Some aloe should help with the chaffing. Dungeons are rough places. So you gotta slot open? Teach her the basics? Teach me? About what? Yes, tonight. It must be tonight. Tomorrow's Mom's birthday, and I got a group of Korean tourists on Friday. I'm down by the lake. I'll mark the location on your map. So that's where she is, and we'll go down there right now. Hello, Hannah. Yep, this is our gonna be unlocking. She's a strange one. That one's strange. She would be, if it wasn't Hinterberg. She knows her stuff, believe me. Hannah's usually booked out. Nice of her to make an exception. You should head down to the lake next to the tourist info. Don't keep her waiting, yeah? You can thank me later. Yeah, let's go to her now. So we can now just fast travel since we got this place unlocked. We can just go right here and zoop. And right here. And I tell you, that fast travel is fast. There's like no loading you need to do. Alright, quest hand. Hello, Hannah. How's it going? Good. We should get started. This could take all evening. If I do any shopping, I should do it now. Since we didn't really go any dungeons, I'm not really worried about potions right now, so I think we're fine as it is. Let's, time to advance. I still don't have a clue what this is about. You will, in a moment. Come. What are we doing? Alright, Hannah, what we got here? There are 3 realms that touch when slaying. The magical monster, magical monster spells. The human element, the slayer and her ferocious spirit. And the physical, broadswords, armor, cold matter. Magic, human, physical. People think of these domains in one many connections. The slayer uses a sword. The sword strikes the monster. My work is about the bigger picture, and the smaller. Here, hold this. The blade tornado. We got ourselves our attack conduits. It's a rock? Quartz. But the material is not important. What's important is that you hold it and focus. So now we have attack slots now, or basically they're your magical. There's your physical skills that you can equip. You can equip 2 right now, and depending on the person you talk to, you can increase your conduits as many as you want. See, one day a beam of sunlight refracted through a monster's skin just the right way. It touched this little trinket here, imbuing the physical with a magical flavor. Now a Slayer comes along, adds the human element, adds a little bit of their own magic, and presto. Presto what? Is something supposed to happen? Focus! So yeah, we have attack conduits. Hold down the attack conduit button. Press the button for the respective slot. Attack conduits cool down after they're triggered, so use them wisely. Use the RT button to activate them. So if you hold down the RT and hit the X button, we now have our spin attack. These can be, there are more attack conduits that you can collect later on down the game, so you can switch them out whatever you want, you feel like. See now? I call these trinkets attack conduits. Happy little accents, are they? They channel mental energy into powerful spells. Try this one next. Yeah, it's this old candy wrapper. A Kobold King used to wear it, like a brooch, for it's very shiny. Destructive Leap is our next one. We'll put it down here, under the Y button. So now when we hold this down, we can now jump right here and go like this. Now, what the game doesn't really tell you, and it should know, is that for stuff like that, if it's a range attack like this, you have to be, the camera must be facing the direction you're using it. You can't just lock on to an enemy and do it. You have to face the camera in the direction and then use it. Beautiful. You can find that when it takes a lot of focus to trigger an attack conduit. Allow yourself time to recharge. Your capacity for channeling them will grow over time. These two conduits are yours to keep as a token of our bond. Come again in a couple of days, will you? There's more I can show you. And now we have acquainted with Hannah. Now we learned how to use attack conduits. You can use them in battle. Nice! And that's a day. I know it's kind of weird that's a day and everything. Nighttime for day 3. It's been a long day. So we leveled up Klaus and we leveled up Hannah. Yeah, sometimes we can unlock 2 characters at once because either it's required or not. And we got familiarity up, which means we can actually wear that armor and actually get the perks of it now because the familiarity is now up and running. And we meditate, so we got plus 10 HP instead of plus 5 from the dungeon. So that's a good way to, escaping a dungeon gives you the benefits of health points. And we got a lot of stuff for our magics. Hope we got to use this stuff pretty soon. I'm beat. I should go to bed. So, yeah, if you want to talk, right here. An old TV set with basic cable. I wouldn't mind staying a little bit watching TV and trashy, but I arrived here. I won't want to be tired tomorrow. Right. Yeah, you can't really do those 2 things in the bedroom until a certain time days have passed.